Sometimes, when the day begins and you gently place your feet on the floor, there's a quiet hesitation in your legs, a soft reminder that strength has slowly slipped away over the years. And in that small pause, you may feel a mix of worry and longing. Worry about losing independence, and longing for the steady confidence you once carried without a thought. And if you've ever felt that little tremble or that slow rising from a chair that takes more effort than it should, you're not alone. Because so many seniors wake up with that same fragile question in their minds. Will my legs carry me today the way I need them to? And as we grow older, this fear settles deeper, not because we lack courage, but because we've learned the value of every step, every bend, every moment when our bodies cooperate. And yet the weakness creeps in quietly, carried by years of wear, less movement than we once had, and tiny changes in circulation and muscle tone that happen so slowly we hardly notice them, until one day, rising from the couch feels like climbing a hill. But understanding this soft decline doesn't have to be frightening, because weak legs often begin with simple things: reduced blood flow, mild inflammation in the joints, a loss of muscle fibers that naturally occurs with age, and a bit of stiffness from long periods of sitting. It's not a sign of failure, but a sign that the body is asking for gentler care, steady nourishment, and small, consistent habits that help wake the muscles and feed the tissues that still want to serve you. And one natural habit many seniors quietly swear by, something comforting and familiar, is the soothing use of 3 simple ingredients: warm water, Epsom salt, and a touch of ginger powder. And while this may sound humble, the combination works together in a way the body easily understands, because warm water helps open the tiny blood vessels in the feet and lower legs, easing circulation that tends to slow with age. And Epsom salt brings magnesium that relaxes tight muscle fibers, while ginger adds a calming warmth that helps the legs feel lighter. And though this isn't a cure or a dramatic fix, it is a small daily ritual that invites the legs to remember their ease again, and using it is gentle. Fill a small basin with comfortably warm water, not too hot, just warm enough to encourage a sigh from your feet. Add 2 tablespoons of Epsom salt and half a teaspoon of ginger powder. Stir it lightly with your hand, and then slowly lower your feet into the water, letting your calves loosen as the warmth spreads upward, and sit in that quiet moment for 15 to 20 minutes, preferably in the evening when the day's weight has settled in your legs, or in the morning if you need a soft start before walking, because timing doesn't matter as much as consistency. And as you sit there, the warmth seeps into places that have felt tight for too long. The magnesium eases tiny cramps you might not even realize you've been carrying. And the ginger offers a gentle heat that feels like someone placing warm hands around your ankles, reminding your body that comfort is still possible. After a few days of this simple habit, many people notice subtle changes: a little more ease when standing, a slightly quicker step, less stiffness when turning in bed or stepping out of the car, and sometimes even a renewed sense of balance that comes not from sudden strength, but from relaxed muscles that no longer resist every movement. And you may feel a soft tingling after the soak, a pleasant heaviness in the legs that signals improved circulation. And as the days pass, the act of sitting quietly with warm water becomes more than a remedy. It becomes a calming pause, a moment to breathe, to acknowledge your body with kindness instead of frustration. Because the truth is, healing often begins with noticing yourself again. And this small ritual offers exactly that. And while the improvements are gentle, they are real. Perhaps you'll find that walking to the mailbox becomes less of an effort, or rising from your favorite chair requires one less push from your hands, or maybe you'll catch yourself standing a little taller in the kitchen, realizing that the legs you've depended on for decades are still willing to support you, still capable of finding new life when given the chance. And it's in these quiet victories that hope grows, the kind of hope that reminds you that your body hasn't given up on you even if some days feel heavier than others. And as you repeat this habit, day after day, allow yourself to appreciate each small shift, because these small shifts add up, and sometimes all the legs need is warmth, rest, and a moment to feel cared for. And as you end the day or begin a new one, remember that strength doesn't always return in dramatic leaps. It often returns in tiny whispers: a steadier step, a smoother bend, a gentle confidence that grows slowly and faithfully, just as you have grown through every season of your life. And if you hold on to that patience, if you meet your body with gratitude instead of frustration, You may discover that your legs still have stories left to walk, still have mornings to greet and paths to explore. And this simple routine may become more than a remedy. It may become a reminder that healing is still possible, comfort is still within reach, and you are still capable of caring for yourself in ways that matter. So let each soak be a moment of kindness, a moment of warmth, a moment of hope, because your legs have carried you a long way, and with gentle habits and a grateful heart, they can continue to carry you forward, one steady step at a time.